Hey there. Hey, how you doing? Happy to stumble upon your presence this evening, or this morning. Actually, it is quite early in the morning. Um, so I did one of these yesterday, and look at this. Here I am doing one again today. And after that one yesterday, you'd think I had talked myself out, but um, I'm feeling inspired to go ahead and talk with you. Uh, I just finished writing my 750 words for the day. There's a website called 750words.com, and it's kind of sponsored by the people that run NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, which I've been associated with since like 2007, maybe even 2005. And I found this website, I don't know, 640 some odd days ago when I first started writing, and you write 750 words each day. Um, the goal is to not to miss any days. So I've become really good at that. I've 640 days or more. I've been doing this without missing a day, and it's great practice for being in flow mode, with your fingers and your words, and you don't have to write anything serious. You 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 could actually use it as part of your NaNoWriMo, which kind of clicked in for me a couple days ago. And since NaNoWriMo is about 2 weeks away, I thought, maybe I want to do that again. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about right now. And here's a spot where I could sit and write my. You have to write 1,600 words, 1,660 words a day for 30 days to hit 50,000 words. That's the NaNoWriMo perspective. And I usually enjoy writing in a cafe or the library better than I do here at home. But clearing this desk today was a goal I set for myself. My main desire for this desk is to use it as an art station for painting and drawing. And I guess I could sit here and work on designing zines on my laptop as well. It's been an idea that I've had to have this space cleared for this kinds of projects for months, maybe even a year, maybe even longer than a year. And I have cleaned it several times, but I never make it back to actually sit down and start creating something. This is a flaw in my mentality, that I can come up with great ideas, but I can't always follow through and make them happen. But today, something kind of feels like it's pushed over an edge into a new. I mean, this could be true. This could be happening. I don't know if it is or not. I'm going to wait and see. It's 1:15. I just set up my camera, my other phone outside, to shoot a 2-hour time lapse of the stars. So in that time, I'm going to sit here and try and paint something new, some watercolor painting. I don't even have a picture in mind. Well, actually, I do. One of my buried inspirations, since I had such a good time drawing this vulture behind me here last year. Vultures, and I have several good photographs of vultures. I kept saying, man, make a project. Just draw a bunch of vultures. Not the crows. The crows are actually more prevalent here in this town than the vultures are, but I found a place where the vultures hang out. And I could go and talk to them and get inspired if I'm feeling out of it. Okay, anyway, what was the other thought? Okay, so here's the bigger picture of the idea I'm feeling and not channeling, but yeah, channeling in a way, a different kind of channeling than I normally talk about. This feeling that something feels like it's advancing in my mentality. I said this just a couple of sentences ago. I'm great for getting inspiration. I can come up with inspiration left and right all day long. But then to take steps forward and put your hands to get down and making something and doing what your idea was, I'm not very good at that. I falter at it most of the time. There's a few times I've completed things that I've envisioned and started, like my Cemetery Girl photo project and all the books that I created. I created them. So there are times when it works, but it hasn't worked in a long time. I haven't had any new project or anything that I've been inflamed with, engulfed with, being passionate about for, just too long. 10 years more. Why? What happened? Well, I do know a couple of things that happened. My mom getting sick was one thing, and having to shift my focus and energy into taking care of her, that was definitely a thing. And then my mom died, and she was a big part. She was an integral aspect of my being able to do anything in my life. But as far as being creative, she was definitely a source of motivation and inspiration and being pushed, and even though it wasn't overt in any fashion, but yeah. So, I wonder, gosh, could this be a sign of me getting closer to completing mourning the passing of my mom? God, she died 6 years ago. That's a long time to mourn somebody. And I definitely feel like I have been doing that. I'm actually sitting in the space right here. I'm not going to turn the camera, but is where my mom's bed was when she died. She died right here in this room. And I've never felt a sense of it being haunted or being creepy or anything. We're pretty sure that she went straight up. We knew who was there waiting for her. Her grandmother Lillian was talking to her a lot in the last days before she died. So I'm pretty 100% sure that's who took her up when she was finished here. But the other thing that I was thinking about, what could be helping me feel new focus coming. My very good friend, who is an artist, she's a musician, she's a songwriter, she writes and records all of her own music, and she's amazing at it. And this lady has a 4-year-old child, that she takes care of every day. She gets time off because the kid's father, her house partner, does his share of taking care of the son. So when she's got time off, any time off, she's working on her art. She's practicing singing, practicing her guitar. She's writing new lyrics. Then on the other side of her creative expertise, she does psychic readings, and she can do, spend easily 2 hours a day recording her sessions, but then she edits them. Even though she's not putting them up publicly, but she edits them and she'll put captions in and things like this. And that takes her, twice as long as the recording did in some cases. She's on fire creatively, and honest, every moment she's dedicated to practicing or working or creating. And this didn't really click in my head until like tonight. I was like, what? That woman is on fire. She is literally on fire creatively. And I want to catch that. I want to put my finger in the fire and come out lit by that. And I think it's happening. I think it could be happening, because in comparison, the amount of free time I've got that I don't use, most of my free time is used in a state of bewilderment, But I know I'm doing other things. I know I'm doing my prayer work. My prayer work is like constantly going on. There's times when it's not as deep as it is other times, but I want to get more creative. I want to get more involved with my creativity. So I'm going to draw something or paint something here tonight. I was listening to a new guy on YouTube I saw today too, an old guy. He's only 55. And he was, the heading of the title of his channel is like growing old and having nobody to do it with, or something like that. I'm not making fun of him. It was quaint. It was daring. And so I watched half of one of his videos, and dude's me talking about wanting to be authentic and, what was the other word? Vulnerable. Boy, this guy's doing it. And then I looked at his catalog, and it's got a couple dozen movies, videos at least, all talking about whatever the struggle he's experiencing firsthand is of becoming old, but not having anybody else in his life. And it sounds, informative the way he's doing it, but it sounds like it's revealing. I mean, it's relieving for him to be able to say these things out loud. But it got to a point, and maybe because I saw that he's done so many videos already, he got to a point where the tone of his voice, a little bit in the middle, started sounding like he was whining, like, woe is me. He was trying to be informative. He was trying to be a little bit lighthearted. And he was trying to avoid sounding like woe is me. But it kind of crept in there a little bit. And I thought, I don't know if I can listen to that. If that's gonna come into it, I don't want to hear that part of it. You got to be selective in how much time you listen to different people on the YouTube. But he gave me inspiration. And I thought, I mean, if he's doing it daily, if he's doing 3 or 4 a week, that's pretty good. But he stayed focused on his topic. Okay. Anything else? I mentioned NaNoWriMo. I think I'm going to do NaNoWriMo. I don't know what yet. I've got a couple of ideas, but I need to get to a cafe with lots of caffeine. And I got to start jotting down notes. I got to start brainstorming. If today's the 20th, that means I've got 10 days. Only 10 days left until it starts. I hope it's going to work out. I hope it's going to happen. Okay. I will see you later.